Yo, it's your boy Marcus Morsini back with a video. Today we're going to be ranking every Beach Buggy racing character. Coming in as an honorable mention, we're going with a character that never made it into the original Beach Buggy racing game, but if you played the second Beach Buggy racing game, you would know him. It's Mr. Happy. He was supposed to be the final boss of Beach Buggy racing, but he never made it into the game, which is unfortunate because it's a pretty cool character design. No idea what his power-up ability would have been in this game, but it probably would have been something pretty overpowered since he would be the final boss. Coming in at number 10, we have Buggy. He basically sends out a tiki curse that turns all the drivers in front of you into like out of control. They can't drive straight anymore. They're just spinning in circles almost because they're having such a hard time controlling it because they're under the tiki curse of Buggy. That isn't necessarily that strong of an ability because it doesn't really make you go faster. It doesn't completely just destroy everybody and completely kill their speed or anything like that. It does have the ability to give drivers like a way to drive through that, right? They could still come out of the tiki curse and be fine. Beach Bro releases a bunch of beach balls all over the map, track, whatever you want to call it. So many beach balls that like it's almost impossible to drive through it without hitting one. And when you hit a beach ball, it sends you flying up into the air. Not that broken, not that strong, but it is a pretty cool one and something just to kind of use every once in a while. But he's not the best driver by far. There's a lot of better ones. Coming at number 8, we have Disco Jimmy. His is a lot like Tiki Curse. Disco Fever, Dance Fever, pretty much does the exact same thing. It kind of makes you to where you lose control, but I feel like it may be slightly better. Maybe his character's just better overall. Like I think Disco Jimmy is much cooler than Buggy. His name's cooler, all that stuff. That was kind of taking that all into account when I was ranking this, so that's why I put him higher, because Disco Jimmy, he's kind of like, I don't know, he's just more stylish. You know what I mean? He's dressed nicer, cool looking character, big afro sticking out of your vehicle, pretty dope. 7 goes to Beezorp. What his ability is Telezorp. So what that does is basically teleport you into the nearest person to your place, and then they get switched to your place. So if you're in a one-on-one match and you're close to whoever the boss is, right? If you're going against Benny, who's the final boss of this game, then you could teleport into his spot right before the finish line and win the game, right? And that's the best way to race, right? If you could do that every time, it'd be great. It's not always working out that way. If they're too far ahead, you can't use it. McSkelly comes in number 6. His ability basically makes you go invisible, right? So you can't be hit by any power-ups, you can't be struck by anything, right? You literally are completely invisible as you drive. However, you do not get a speed boost when this happens. You are just untouchable when this happens. And it's not that long either, so it is pretty good. Like if you are, I don't know, you have bad luck with the abilities, 100% suggest you use it. 5 goes to Benny, the final boss of this game, with the carrot cannon. This is number 1 for most satisfying to use. I'm not gonna lie. You get a cannon that comes out of your car and it just starts shooting at everyone. You know what I mean? It's not aim locked, right? So they have to be in front of you for you to hit them. But if you're in the back and you pop carrot cannon, you're gonna destroy anybody who's close to you and anybody you catch up to for that period of time. So I think carrot cannon's awesome, pretty sick. You'll see him use against me in this boss race that I'm doing here. This is the final boss race because Benny is the final boss of this game. So it makes sense that he has a pretty dope ability. 4 goes to Rez, the starting character that you have. Burning Rubber is his ability. It's just pure speed, right? All you are doing is really just driving fast, right? But you do leave an orange trail behind you that sets other drivers on fire and slows them down as they go. I have it behind a couple of other characters because all 4 of these next ones do the exact same thing, right? 4, 3, 2, and 1, they all are speed. They give you just faster speed, but their additional abilities that come on top of that is what would set them up higher. Carrots just absolutely screwed me and he beat me right there. 3 goes to Leilani. Flower Power, same exact thing as Rez, except she releases flowers behind, and those flowers slow you down drastically if you drive through them while she's going faster, right? So that's pretty good, you know what I mean? That's why it's up here. It's probably slightly better than Rez's, I think, but not, they're pretty much on the same level. So whichever one you prefer, I think they pretty much do the exact same thing overall. So I mean, whichever one floats your boat, go with Rez, go with Leilani. They kind of do the same thing. Neither one of them are quite as good as Roxy Roller, which has Derby Dash. Derby Dash allows you to also drive a lot faster. That's the ability. And then if anybody hits you, they get punched. And it could knock them out. It could just knock them out of the way. It's going to do something to them, but they're going to get punched while you're also going faster if you run into them. So Derby Dash is really good. That's why Roxy Roller is the number 2 spot, because Derby Dash is great. However, it's not quite as good as our best one. It's just the character isn't quite as cool as our boy here, El Zippo, off the ropes. What his does is it makes you drive faster, but you can, anytime you hit somebody, they get thrown straight up into the air. Now on a map like this one, not necessarily as problematic, right? Because there's no roof, there's no building, you're not in a cave or anything like that. But on a lot of the tracks in this game, there might be a building or a cave or something like that. You shoot them up into the air, they're going to get stuck, and then they're not driving anymore, right? Or they could hit something or something to that nature, and it really does slow them down and deter them from actually continuing to be in the race. And now you're way far ahead because you still have the speed boost. So overall, I think El Zippo is by far the best. I think the most fun one to use is Benny, but El Zippo is the one that if you want to beat Benny, you should use El Zippo. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to. Let me know your thoughts on the rankings if you've played Beach Buggy Racing. And yeah, it's been your boy Marcus Morsini. I'm out.